This is the Geneva Shore Report coming to you on a windy fall morning. It's cold. You can see the little cat's paws out there on the lake. That would be the ruffled water, which is an indicator of wind. Sailors used to look for that to get their way out of the doldrums. But we're not in the doldrums right now. We are here on...
It is Thursday morning, October 29th, 2020. I'm Lisa Otto.
Jen Lipkowski.
And George Bushy Jr.
And the Geneva Shore Report. Good morning. We are here for the Thursday morning news report, and I did not get the wind during the weather report, so I was hitting 6 miles. Oh, there we go, 6.7 out of the north. It's a very chill wind.
It is a very cool.
And it's National Cat Day.
Yes,
It
it is.
Meow. And we buried a cat yesterday, and we found on the road, so that was sad.
Yes.
I'll put a picture in the GSR on next week, just so anybody who might know the cat will know what happened. Because lots of times when cats don't come back, it's really hard wondering what happened to them. Okay. On that sad note, we will move on to much more news and much more interesting subjects, which would be...
We had a meeting last night.
Oh, yeah.
So last night was the Public Works meeting, usually very uneventful. Not last night. There was an update from the Public Works, head of Public Works, Tom Earl. He gave an update on a lot of the stuff going on around Lake Geneva as far as roads go, but no update on the harbor master. Apparently, some members of the committee believe that the harbor master is under a different supervisor. Officially, they're under the Public Works supervisor, which is Tom Earl. No update on that position. Why Linda Frame was let go,
And Cindy Flower was just a horse's ass at the meeting.
Right.
I mean, so many of these people don't know how to conduct a meeting, and then she starts acting like she's Dan Draper, the attorney. Oh, this is not our business. We're only the Public Works. Oh, he is Public Works. Amazing. But he hasn't given his report yet, so you can't comment on what he hasn't given in his report. Well, how would you know to comment if he hasn't given his report yet? So we thought Linda Frame was a place to take this. It wasn't. Oh, by the way, the city administrator, you can't take it there because he's on emergency family business and he's gone. So that leaves who and what? I don't know. I mean, what was that song? A Town with No Name? It was just an amazing, disorganized mess of a meeting again.
Yes, it was.
But Mary Jo stood out, the city council person, bringing up several subjects which nobody knew anything about.
Right. Yeah. Everyone was very unaware of a lot of things going on. One of the big things was the fuel tanks.
Yeah, they're going to put a well in there.
Right. So apparently a firm is coming in the next week or so to do some testing on the fuel tanks, the soil, integrity of the soil, and any contamination, and that's going to be happening within the next week or so.
And nobody knew about it.
Nobody knew about it.
Well, nobody claimed to know about it. Tom Earl claimed, a few minutes ago, he saw it cross his desk, wearing his famous crummy cap that he was wearing at the meeting. He's already been told not to wear it, but that doesn't matter because he's Tom Earl, and he has his own fiefdom, apparently, within the city. Anyway.
All right. Well,
that was that kind of a meeting.
Yeah. Also, during the Public Works update report, they discussed Bigfoot Beach. Apparently yesterday, some gravel was put down on the erosion of South Lake Shore right next to Bigfoot Beach area. And on Monday, a Zoom meeting was held with Tom Earl, Neil, and David Nord, our city administrator, and they discussed ownership of the beach, easement, and right-of-way, and the DNR will be getting back to them with some more information and details on what needs to be done. But the beach needs to be...
and that was just like a temporary thing.
And nobody ever comes up with the idea that maybe a bunch of sand every year might fix everything. The erosion, make it much more, look at the years past. That was a beautiful area. And now the developers have kept this from happening because they want that lagoon. And we've been resisting that for how long? So we will continue. And we will go see what the gravel is, and we'll take pictures and video of it to see what kind of a job they've done.
Right.
Because we're going to watch now the street department and the city Public Works a whole lot closer than we've been watching.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so there was a lot of things on the update too. They also discussed snow plowing and procedures.
Yeah, Speedo came,
Timeline.
and we have an old thing on the GSR for years. We've wanted the city to plow the sidewalks for the businesses because some of the business owners are old. They can't get out there. Some aren't even there at certain days of the week when it may be snowing. They get hit with fines and enforced snow shoveling. When in fact, where are they supposed to shovel the snow? If it's a foot of snow, they can't shovel it in the street. That's not allowed. And these big V's of snow, these pyramids of snow, developed that people can't get over. So the city has the equipment and the city has the personnel and the ability to do that very quickly. And we've been now Speedo's joining us in wanting that as well. Let's see what happens, especially in light of COVID, because infirm, older people, disabled people, I mean, they need to have the sidewalks cleared, and the merchants need merchanting real badly.
And I know that it was discussed as well that there will be a meeting between Tom Earl, Neil, and the Business Improvement District. And they are hoping that Tom Earl and Neil will be at the next bid meeting so that can be discussed. A plan can be put in place and maybe some new procedures.
So they are listening and they are trying to come up with a solution. So we'll see.
Hopefully we'll have some good results from last night's meeting. Tonight we have a communications ad hoc committee meeting.
Well, maybe they'll be interested in listening about Linda Frame. They are communications, after all.
Yes.
So what committee are we going to find who's going to hear a case for the loss of this wonderful employee? For probably mostly personal reasons, but we don't know that yet because no one will give us a report. But we're going to be right at it.
Okay, do we have time for a fun note?
Yes, we do.
Fun note number one.
Yes.
Fun note number one. This weekend, starting tomorrow night over at Northsiders, a concert will be held. Well, actually 4 bands will be playing live over at Northsiders, all to kick off the American Horror Film Festival, the 4th annual American Horror Film Festival going on here in Lake Geneva. Hart Fisher is the head of the American Horror Organization. He is a local from Williams Bay, and following the performances at Northsiders Saturday and Sunday, there will be short clips, horror films, rock videos, all kinds of great things to go along with the horror theme. And they'll have a lot of actors in character, and they'll have their horror bus there. It'll be a big to-do. They do this, well, it's the 4th year.
I remember the bus last year.
So that'll be going on. And rumor has it, Ice Castles is coming back to Geneva National.
Oh, really?
January 2021.
Yeah.
It's supposed. I'm waiting for a callback, an official callback from the Ice Castles organization, but it's going to be smaller. Well, supposedly it's going to be smaller. It's going to be in a little different location with some more shade, and of course, it's all weather permitting and COVID permitting and, election permitting, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of ifs involved with that, but we're going to find out a little more about it, and we'll be sharing that with you. But other than that,
I'm very curious about that one.
And trick-or-treating this weekend, Saturday, noon to 4, right here in Lake Geneva.
Yes.
Grand.
I love Almond Joys.
Okay, mental note.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
We're going to wrap it up. Have a great Thursday. We'll be back later with more weather, road, and news reports. I'm Lisa Otto.
Jen Lipkowski.
And George Blucher Jr.
And the Geneva Show Report.
Bye-bye.
Bye.